Howdy, Scorpio! Welcome back to New World, Angel, my dears. Today is the day for your Summer Lovin reading. And I say that with a level of hesitancy that I haven't had before because these Summer Lovin readings haven't been light at all. At all. I don't know what's going on with my collective this summer, other than the fact that shit's blowing up left and right. So that's exciting. I really thought, like, by doing a segment like this, that it was going to be like fun, flings, lightheartedness. Oh, it's so much fun. No. It's like shit's blowing up in people's worlds, and I'm not trying to put that energy out there, but I am saying, like, if you're cross-watching your other signs, like your moon and rising signs, and you're listening to these other readings, not only will you understand my hesitancy, but you'll also understand what I mean by, like, shit's blowing up in people's worlds. I mean, I just came out of Libra's reading, and it was like wild. So, we're going to begin anew with you, Scorpio. I have high hopes. Don't let me fucking down. All right. I'm not pulling any of my own cards. I'm doing straight tarot. And I am pulling from this Black Moon Astrology deck. Let's just see what energy you're in right now, okay? What energy is my Scorpio collective in right this minute? I mean, okay, just because. Like, come on, collective. Let's collectively get our shit together. What's going on in Scorpio's world? What energy are they in right this minute? I almost didn't come back today. It is my birthday. Yay, happy birthday to me. And Kanye. He's my birthday twin. Alright, what's going on in Scorpio's world? Yeah, I almost didn't come back on today because my readings today have been so heavy and I'm like, what the actual F? What's Scorpio doing? What's their energy today? Sixth house of routines. Okay. This is also Mercury energy. Lots of communication, contracts, packages even. Yeah, deliveries. But routine, like very much in the day-to-day motions of your world. You're just focusing on like what you need to get done, like taskmaster style. Maybe even like planning your attack for, you know, how you're going to get everything that you need to get done to this week done. It's good energy. We like a routine. We want a little bit of flexibility within that routine just to make way for life, you know? So don't get so tied to the routine that it bogs you down, that when something, you know, in your world pops up that like you're unable to maneuver the way that you need to. Easier said than done. I get that. So, okay. That's the current energy that you're in. What energy does my collective need to get into in order to bring about their manifestations in regards to romantic love? Now, romantic love can be, you know, getting yourself into a better place with like your current partner, your wife or husband, or just like your long-term partner if you guys aren't married. But these readings are meant to be like for romantic love, not just like love for what you do or love for the people in your world. Those are like more or less, you know, just this is specific to romantic love. Let's just leave it at that. So when it comes to Scorpio's manifestations in love, what energy do they need to get into in order to help them? Aquarius energy, I know. So what you think you know to be true, you need to know to be true. Like you have to be so certain in it that like even if the entire fucking world is up against you and they're telling you no, what you think is absolutely wrong, you need to know. That's black sheep energy. Going against the grain, standing up for like a noble cause, even for like a community, a collective of people. So much so that, you know, what you know can stir up controversy. Number 23, which reduces down to a 5, which brings about, you know, can even bring about like fights, chaos, upheaval, or just like an uncomfortability, you know, like you have to know what you believe in so much so that you can sit in the comfortability. And maybe you're even doing that as you go about your routine. Or like you're trying to something about the routine and you knowing something too. Possibly even like what's going on amidst your routine. Maybe you feel like your world is like I know what's gonna happen each day. I'm gonna do this, and then we're gonna go here, and then I gotta pick up the kids, and then blah blah blah. You know, like you just know how things are gonna go, but that doesn't leave much room for the unknown and for life. But there's something about you having to be so certain in the information that you do know. That like if the whole world was up against you telling you what you believe is absolutely not right, that you stand your ground and you're like, no, I absolutely fucking know. Ooh, that's intense energy. Yeah, you have to be your own guiding light in this. Like it's star, you know, like wishing upon a star. Like you know without a shadow of a doubt. That's the energy that you have to get into in order to manifest what you are looking to do in romantic relationships. I'm getting chills all over too. It's good energy. I like it. There's a stronghold though, I get. Like you have to have a stronghold. Okay. So, I'm not clarifying either. So hopefully we get a very clear understanding. In Libra's case, we got a very clear understanding of what was going on in their world, and it was like, pow, nutcase. That was very specific and not for... I have considered redoing all of these readings, but at the same time, I'm like, no, they're for my collective, excuse me, and I don't plan to redo any of them. I'm just going to apologize for the fact that like a lot of these readings have been so specific that it's not going to be, it's not gonna reach like the collective, like a larger swath of the collective the way I had anticipated. Let's just say that. And some readings are gonna do that. Okay, what's currently going on in Scorpio's love life? Possibly dealing with a mother figure. Have a mother figure on your mind. All right, Scorpio. What's currently going on in their love life? My Scorpio collective. Also, the cards have been acting so weird. Like hesitant. Yeah, you're definitely not in that energy of I know. You're hesitant right now. Hesitant about you know something. You're keeping something a secret. What you know you're keeping a secret. Ooh. Scorpio. Quick communication, moving fast. I feel like this is your day-to-day, like not a whole lot of time for yourself to think. It's a lot of fast-moving action, like just taskmaster. That's exactly what I said. Information coming in, information going out. Again, packages, mail, lots of text messages even, contracts, negotiations, but generally information. Fast-moving pieces of information. Within your routine, yeah, you're getting signs and synchronicities as you go about your day. What else? About betrayal and lies and sneakiness, even theft. Feeling like you're being lied to. I can't tell if this is you or somebody else in your world, but like you're seeing it, you're aware of it. Maybe even being told about it. Okay, let's keep going. Here we go. It wouldn't be a collective reading, a summer love reading, unless we had some sort of theft or betrayal. Yeah, and this is you having... I mean, this is Leo energy, but like... I don't know if you're being too prideful, like having too much pride, or just trying to overcome this by way of, you know, sinking yourself into work that much more. Don't let your pride stand in the way of what you know, though. But so, yeah, something, there's exposure here. Hopefully, you know, there's not like exposure of somebody cheating on you, but that could be it. Again, I'm not trying to fearmonger. I'm really not. I'm just trying to read the cards and the energy. What's going on in Scorpio's world? Knowing something, getting information. There is movement here, fast movement. But yeah, somebody doing something behind your back. Sneakiness. And like having the courage to still move forward, like beyond, like continuing to move beyond this. Family. Confirmation. Did you guys fucking hear that? So what? Family? Getting messages about like a betrayal within the family. Okay. Again, I'm not clarifying this. Whomever this person is would be really defensive in your world. So maybe that's why you're even keeping this a secret, is because the moment you bring this up to this person, they're going to be so defensive about it because they are family, or at least like you're very closely tied to them, that it's not going to go over well. So maybe you're having to go through the motions and just seemingly like say, oh yeah, everything's just hunky-dory, even though you know the truth. That's what I get. It's taking a lot from you. It's bravery and courage, like having to go about the motions even though you know what you know regarding family. What else? And a King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag energy. This can't, like, if I'm speaking to a man right now and you are in a partnership with a woman, this can even be a woman in your world too. Like, don't take the fact that it's a king to say anything. It's just the energy that they're in. Yeah, I definitely get... like the... yeah, what this person has been doing behind your back. What this family member has been doing behind your back. Who they've been working with. Can't even be in a spiritual sense too. Let's pull one more, even though I'm not clarifying, but I definitely get betrayals of a family member working with somebody. With somebody of the opposite gender as them. And they lied to you about it. Even stole, too. What did I say about spiritual leader? And then here comes the Emperor. Somebody, business owner, can't even be a father. what this person has done with your father, even, or a father, another father, like could have been cheating on you with, definitely a business owner though, like self-employed. They might own a business that wouldn't be self-employed, such as like, you know, for example, like real estate, let's just say. Or, yeah, it gave you a pause. You're like, hold on, hold up. Wait, what? Yeah, I kind of feel like this information, maybe this is very new information that you've received that gave you kind of took you out of the game for a second. You're like, hold on. You know, like, wait, what? Okay. So then, now that you have this information, what does the summer look like in terms of love or like your romantic partnerships? What are you going to do with this information? Like, what's the plan here? What's the plan, Stan? Maybe this person, see if this person brings this third party up randomly. When I said Stan, my mind immediately went to like a stan, a fan, somebody who was like, you know, big fan of this person. And they bring them up in a way to where it's like they're really just trying to get information, you know? Like, you know how somebody like their lies and sneakiness when they're trying to get information on somebody else, they'll, you know, randomly bring them up in conversation, hoping that somebody would like expand upon that and be like, oh, this is what I heard about him. That sort of stan information, like trying to get information from you. If you know them. Yeah, you got information about somebody in your family, a woman in your family. And then we have like a father-son duo here. And it's just giving you guys like a pause in your world. You're like, what? Like, this person actually did that? Are you serious? Like, that's where you're at right now. Jesus Christ. Y'all need to get your shit together. Not that my life is any better, you know? Like, I mean, if you guys have been following my story, you're like, okay, honey, you need to get your shit together. I know! I get it. But that's not my story. I mean, you guys might be tied to me in some sort of weird way, but like, that's not what I'm going through. What's next for Scorpios this summer regarding this situation? Jesus. Three of Wands. Okay. I get that, like, your plan is to move away. No matter what. You're like, now I see the past clearly. Oh, you're getting signs and synchronicities about the past, about the decisions that were made. You're like, now I understand why this person did this back then and what they were actually doing. This is giving you a pause to go back in time and be like, wait, now that I have this information, let me rethink what happened in the past and why they said and did certain things in a certain way. Maybe it gave you pause in the past to be like, wait, why would this person do it? But you went with it anyway, just thinking like, it's not a big deal. But you're like, oh, now I see why. Yes. Because you're like, this person wanted the acclaim and the accomplishments for whatever the fuck that they were doing. Could even be like clout chaser type energy. This person was just seeking attention. Maybe they got with somebody who garners attention in their job. Maybe they hold a different sort of position than you do, and because they're just the type of person, I don't know, I get thirsty. They just like want attention. They want more, right? More. Whether that's money, whether that's fame, whether that's just acclaim, to be looked at in a certain way, to be held in a position of power even. It was like, oh, this person did all that and said all that just to be in a certain position, to hold a certain position in this person's world. Can be dealing with an Aquarius, Prince of Wands, and then definitely get Leo energy. It wasn't a well thought out plan whatsoever. It was poorly designed, poorly executed as well. Could have even used a child too. Like, brought a child into this. Oh, wait a second. We have King of Wands, Prince of Wands. This child that they brought into it is my collective's child. Did they use a child to bolster their reputation in some sort of way? You know how children are so innocent, and, if it was like their mother or whatever, then surely they're going to try to do the best that they can. But I get that, like, the information that was uncovered is that possibly, like, whose child this actually was, and it might not have even been yours, collective. King of Pentacles, Prince of Wands to the King of Pentacles. Yeah. But they used this child in a business venture, in a business avenue, in some sort of way. They bolstered their reputation by way of using a child. Let's hope it's not exploitative. I don't mean to go in that direction initially, but that's the energy I'm getting here. If a mother is willing to put their child out in some sort of way to bolster their reputation, how they are seen, the position that they hold. You know, for instance, like, no, this child is actually yours, collective. And then they're getting payments from you, a home even, to a point to where they were able to cultivate a business, maybe even have their child as a part of that business. In some sort of weird fucking way. A child should never be in a business, you know, like the main person. But we have Prince of Wands with the King of Wands. He was a business owner. And was garnering a lot of attention for this business, too. So what you can expect this summer in love is that you will begin to understand the steps people took in the past in order to, you know, raise their reputation and the way that they were seen in the world by way of a child's business too. And I don't get that this child is yours, collective. I get that it's possibly some other father figure in the world. And you might not have been aware of that. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, this is what I mean by get your shit together. What is going on in my collective? What the actual fuck? Anything else for what the collective can expect this summer? 5 of Cups. A bit regretful and remorseful for the role that you played in this. For like putting so much time and attention into this situation only to be let down. You're like, had I known this information in the past, I would have done everything different. Yeah, exactly. You're like, I wouldn't have been so confused. I would have been able to move a lot more efficiently. Okay. So, should our Scorpio collective take on the energy of this secondary card of and standing up for that to a point to where it's like nobody can talk you out of that? Then where does that get the collective in terms of love? Does it change their circumstance at all? I don't know. Let's see. Does the see how I haven't pulled any like love cards out? Because these readings aren't like lovely. It's a lot of bad energy. Manipulative. Gross. Should the collective take the stance of I know what the fuck I know and like move forward in that truth to a point to where nobody can talk them out of it? Where does that get them in love this summer? Does that change anything for them? Okay. We got the moon. It's Cancer energy. Possibly something having to do with home. I would think that, like, what's done in the dark comes to light. Possibly even how a home was acquired. Exactly. Secrets of the past will get exposed. Even childhood secrets. Secrets having to do with a child. What did I say? Page of Cups. Exactly. Secrets revealed regarding a child. I am so sorry, collective. That's fucked up. The Emperor. Yeah. Secrets regarding your father. And the choices that he made. In love. Devil energy. Indiscretions in childhood being exposed. I said disposed. Maybe the indiscretions of childhood were just tossed to the side this entire time, and it's like, no, it's time for that to be looked at again. Ten of Swords. The betrayal. When you move in faith, knowing that what you know is the truth, it's gonna fucking hurt. Ten of Swords really, really fucking hurts, but it's also freedom. It's truth. Even though family fucking betrayed you, I get that. It frees you up to manifest a new future, which seems a hell of a lot better than the shit that you have been dealing with. Frees you up to create a whole new life. Frees you from this whole situation. Manifest like an actual business, you know, frees you up to actually be a business owner in the upright, like, it's gonna hurt you how, like, secrets of the past. I mean, yes. And how long this has been going on. Decades. This guy doesn't get to 7 pentacles. He doesn't plant 7 seeds and is ready to reap the harvest of that overnight. That's a lot of cultivation, time, energy, attention. This father in your world had a son of yours, had you managing to that son, even though they were using them as a part of their business. They were the lookout. Magician, Queen of Cups. You want to work with This Queen of Cups. Another mother figure in your world, possibly. It's going to free you up to work on something honest. Something that you can stand up for and that you can actually believe in. Queen of Cups is also very spiritual, very intuitive. You'll be able to manifest correctly knowing the truth of the situation. Anything else that the collective can look forward to? I mean, it's nothing to look forward to because it's going to be hard for you to hear, but I think you're going to understand a lot more, not only about your situation and why you did certain things in the past and how you would have done things differently, but this is a lot of healing. You're going to have to walk away from a lot of the shit that was said and done to you. It's going to hurt your heart. Is it something to look forward to? No, but the truth is, knowing the truth so that you can actually operate in the world correctly. Without knowing the truth, people say and do things a lot differently. I know that. I kept my family around thinking that they were actually my family, only to find out that they fucking weren't. How do you think that made me feel? Do you think it made me feel like this? Like I'm a little outcasted, like a black sheep all on my own? All this time, energy, and attention, putting love and care into those people, only to find out that they fucked me over? Yeah, you think I felt a little turned away? Yeah, but that has allowed me to manifest a whole new life for myself, to take myself in a completely new fucking direction. A direction where I don't have people from my past tied to me anymore, because I know the truth for myself. When the entire world was up against me, and I did feel like the entire fucking world, I felt like was against me. Some days I still feel like that. But I'm able to move forward honestly because I am an honest person, always have been. And now I can actually operate honestly in this world without giving love and attention to those who fuck me over. That's what you get to look forward to. It fucking sucks, but it's the right path to take. What else? You're not given any other option here. It's like, what, do I just screw myself over and just go back to the situation and pretend everything's okay and that like we're all hunky-dory again? No. Who's hunky-dory? They are. By you doing that, they are hunky-dory. You're not. It only takes more and more and more and more and more away from you. So what you can look forward to is all the love, energy, and attention you've been giving these people. You get to give that to yourself, and that is a fucking blessing. Screw your fucking father who lied to you and then used people against you. Or a father figure. I don't know if it is your father. The cards are telling me that it's your father who is actually the father of like a son in your world, but that very well can be just a father figure that your wife or partner is tied to. I am so sorry, collective, that you're going through this. I really am. It's better that you know. I always thought that. I was like, even though I am at my worst, I am so thankful I know the truth. Because if they were never going to give it to me, my family, and they still will not give it to me. They're literally psychopaths. All of them. Everyone in my fucking family is a psychopath. Sociopath, maybe. Literally did the absolute fucking most. Until the day that they die, they will never come and tell me the truth. But I know, without a shadow of the doubt, I know my memories. They all came back to me. Finally. I was in a really bad accident as a little girl that did something to my fucking memory. Now all of a sudden it's all coming back to me. It's all very clear. And they still want to fucking lie about it. So when I say the entire world is up against me and I have to stand my ground, that's exactly the place that you're going to get to. And you're going to be so much stronger for it. I promise you. Even though it's going to suck, it's going to hurt. What a shit show my collective is. We're going to get through it though. We're going to get through it, right? I'm still living. I'm still here. You're still here. You're going about your day-to-day business. So, collective, I love you. I'm sorry this shit is happening, but at the same time, I'm not sorry because it was bound to fucking happen. And you needed to know the truth, even if your fucking family will go to their graves dying on a lie. God knows. And now I know. And now you know. So kudos to us. All right. I love you guys. I will see you in the next shit show. All right. Bye.